yes, the greatest alumni game in the history of hockey is tonight at Lenovo Center, 7 o'clock. Tickets are still available. I know they sold out the red carpet for Eric Staal's, the whole shindig day yesterday. They sold out the red carpet at whatever price it was, but all the money goes to the Carolina Hurricanes Foundation. I know tonight it's a $20 ticket to watch the alumni game. Man, that's cheap to watch the greatest players who have ever worn the crest of the Carolina Hurricanes, including the one and only, my friend Erik Cole, who joins us. All right, so how are you preparing? Normally when you were a player, you'd be napping right now, right?
Yeah, normally I would be. Right about now would have been, morning skate, and then go grab a bite to eat, get back to the house, maybe do a couple things, and then try and shut it down for about an hour and a half, somewhere through there. Wake up, hot tub, cold tub, throw on your monkey suit, and head to the rink.
So, are you going through that routine now?
No, by no means. I wanted to, but you said 2:15, so I was on your timeline. So whatever you need, bud.
What I said was, if you're going to be in the hot tub, I needed to hear the whirring of the jets, and if you're in the cold tub, I don't know how I would hear that, but
no, that's when you only hear the teeth rattling in that. No, I certainly do not prepare for these games the way I prepared when I was a player.
How do you prepare for this?
Well, I'm about to go grab a bite to eat with a friend for some lunch. Nothing too heavy. And then I'll probably just come back to the house and hang out with the dogs, relax, turn over some laundry. I mean, just a normal day. It's just at the end of it, I'm going to drive down to the arena and put on my hockey costume and skate around a little bit.
All right, so Erik Cole is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. Is there somebody you're afraid of getting hurt other than yourself? Who is the biggest candidate to overdo it today?
Oh man, I want to say my money's got to be on like Jesse Bolleries. He goes pretty hard in these games.
Okay.
So just as far as overdoing it,
yeah.
Like Jesse still plays pretty hard, even in like our little pickup game. But I'm not entirely sure. It's going to be interesting to see because it's been a while since we haven't done an alumni game since the outdoor like stadium series weekend. And this year we've definitely have got a lot more guys that are back here. For Staal's retirement yesterday, and so it'll be interesting. It's a good group.
Oh my gosh, it is a good group. First of all, Eric looks like he's in pretty good shape. It isn't that long, since he has played. But on a serious note, Erik Cole is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. What were your thoughts on yesterday? I mean, I thought just a class event all the way through, but you were hanging out with everybody. What were your thoughts on everything?
I thought yesterday was a great day, not just for the organization, but for Eric and his family. And, it was nice. His brothers were all in town, his mom and dad and everything. So it was great to see everyone from, in that regard. And then, you mentioned the red carpet reception that we did. Even just that for me, I hadn't seen a couple of the guys yet because they were all, we're local guys that were at the hotel were shuttled over to the arena. And I caught Brett Hedican out of the corner of my eye and literally just had to tell some people, you know what, just hold on one second, I'll be right back.
Right.
Ran over there to give him a big hug and, just hadn't seen him in a while. And so he was a guy that I always enjoyed spending a lot of time with and being around. I think he was just a real great teammate, all around, and a great player. So it was a great day. I think everything went really, really well, minus what could have been a nice little exclamation point on
right.
it. Ended up with an OT loss, but nevertheless, we all got together after the game, both current players and staff and everybody, and the Staal family and all the players that had come in. So it was a great day, long day, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet it was. So take me into the suite where everybody was hanging out in terms of getting into watching the game. How much were people just kind of shooting the breeze, if you will, and how like dialed into the actual game was everybody?
I think it was a really good mixture of being able to catch up with old friends and teammates, and still be able to take in the game. Like, obviously we had enough guys in the suite that are kind of working,
right,
so to speak. So it was good. There was it was obviously not the most entertaining game to watch. It got when Anaheim scores first there, the building gets a little quiet and a little anxious, but it was just a great atmosphere in there. And Mr. Rutherford was in town for it, and he sat in the suite with all of us, and so it was just, it was great. It was very well planned out, and I know all the alumni had a great time catching up and enjoying the day, and just taking in, the celebration of Eric.
It's interesting. I know Hennigan works for the Ducks, although I don't think he travels with the team. He's in player personnel development or something.
Correct.
Jim was just here, was here anyway, because he does often travel with Vancouver, and they were obviously just here Friday, and I know he lives here, so it's a little bit easier. But still, I think the thing that really blew me away was how many people went out of their way to come here for the festivities yesterday. It speaks a lot to the not even so much the kind of player Eric was. We know he was great, but really the kind of person.
Well, yeah, he's as good as he is on the ice and everything that he accomplished and did in his career, he's an even better person and family man away from the rink. So the one real darn it, he couldn't make it was Matt Cullen. His flight got canceled on him, and so he was stuck not being able to make it here for the event. I know Eric and Matt are still very, very close, and so that was kind of a tough one, I think. And I don't believe that he was going to be able to play in the alumni game today anyway. So he ended up having to miss the day. But yeah, it was really good to see guys coming back into town and, excited for Eric. And I think Eric really kind of had a list of guys that he, really wanted to make sure were here. I'm no doubt there was a lot more people that probably got the invite that couldn't make it. But, with a player and a person as great as Eric, everyone's going to find a way to make the sacrifice to get here.
Erik Cole, you made a huge sacrifice to get here. You had to drive all the way down from North Raleigh.
That's right. Yeah, I was a chauffeur, actually. I took the Sprinter van and picked up a few people.
They sent a car for you?
Grabbed Chad the Rose on the way.
Oh, my gosh. Look,
somebody's got to handle all that.
All right, real quick before I let you go, and I'll let you get mentally focused for lunch before the game tonight at 7:00 at Lenovo Center. By the way, you're playing the Ice Pack. I know you know that, but it is an appropriate name of a team. that you guys are playing against. What are your thoughts about this team? Like, I thought when Rod said last night that they controlled the game, I don't think he was wrong. I think they did. I don't think the chances, 37 shots, they didn't have a lot of great scoring opportunities, but they certainly could have scored more than 2. And they probably shouldn't have given up 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, you never want to give up 3. Usually, I think the magic number is 2 or less.
Yeah.
But, I think they generated enough opportunities and scoring chances. They just, they just didn't cash in on them.
Right.
But with that being said, it just seemed like there was maybe just a little bit of the lack of respect for the opponent, maybe. But their record doesn't necessarily show where they're at. They've made some moves here during the season, and so I think that Anaheim's a dangerous team, and it just seemed like there needed to be just a little bit more urgency. And I say it all the time, whenever there's a ceremony before a game, it is very important to put that aside and try and seize the momentum right away. And obviously Anaheim scoring first, that put a pretty big damper on the celebration of Eric's jersey going to the rafters.
Yeah, I asked everybody about that before the game. I think what Tripp told me is that there's enough time between the ceremony and the start of the game. You'll get a full warm-up. It shouldn't be an issue. But I just think it's human nature. It just takes you out of your normal rhythm. I'm sure that the guys who played yesterday, that their normal routine before a game is not sitting on the bench during an hour-long, 40-minute-long ceremony, right? It's just that's not part of their routine.
It alters that, and it was a 5:00 start also, which is a little bit, out of your normal routine in itself.
Did you like 5:00 starts?
Hated 5:00.
Other than 7:00, was there an acceptable time to start a game?
I liked the 3:00 or even a 1:00.
Right.
Didn't enjoy the 5 because it was just kind of in the way, basically. But 1:00 was great, especially on the road, because you wake up at the hotel, grab a bite to eat, go to the rink, wind it up, play the game, and you're back at home having dinner at your house.
Right.
And then with 3:00, same kind of thing. You get back probably a little bit later. If it's a home game, you're actually going out, for a meal with your family, or you're able to get back home and have a nice family dinner. And so I think, obviously, I was married with kids when I played, so maybe I value those a little bit more. So maybe it's a little different for some of these single guys, but yeah, I just in 8:00 always seemed a little late. I had to do a lot of 8:00 games through the Hockey Night in Canada stuff when I played in Edmonton and Montreal, and sometimes those are a little tough as well.
Erik Cole, Hurricanes legend. Good luck tonight. I expect a 3-point night from Erik Cole tonight.
3-point night. Roger that. I'll see what I can do.
All right. Good luck. Blue Emu is odorless, and it's just like Ben Gay.
I'll make a note of that. Thanks.
All right, man. Take care.